Hi everyone, welcome back to Sengoku Dynasty. As you can see, it's winter, snow is all around. The difference between this game and Medieval Dynasty is that you don't need specific clothing for the weather. So just in case you're wondering why I'm still wearing the same clothing, it's kind of one of the subtle differences between the two games, if you've played them both, that is, in that you don't need to have or need to buy warmer clothing. It hasn't been built into this early access game at the moment. It may be something that will come as due course. A quick recap of where we are. As you can remember from last time, we've had new buildings put in place. We've now a smithy over here. We've got our hunting lodge, and obviously adding from before that we had the kitchen, etc., put in place. And we've done a couple of quests. One quest is still existing at the moment, which is the mining settlement quest, where we need steel pickaxes and iron shovels. Unfortunately, steel does not come into effect until I can get the forge into the smithy, which will be at a level 12 Dynasty Legend as far as I can remember. Nice thing here is when you walk around the snow, it does leave footprints, which is quite nice. Although the gravel paths still seem the same, which is interesting. Anyway, not to worry. So let's move on. Me jibber jabbering as I call it. Okay, so let's have a quick look in our pages here. And we can unlock some perks, so we're going to do that. So quickly just do those. No perks on the warrior, and we've already had the first shrine. The others will come later. So a quest we need to look at now is the Abbot quest. This will be the one that tells you where you can build your new village. And the whole point of that is that we can then find a nice place to settle our second village, and we'll start putting some new stuff in there, such as farm fields and things like that. So that'll be a good point to go to. Dynasty Legends, we said we're currently at 11, so we're not quite there, we're nearly there. And where are we to the map? So the map is here. So yes, I remember. When I was collecting resources off screen, I happened to come across the Enduro camp, which was mentioned several times. There isn't a quest for them yet for any particular reason, which is fine. That may come at a later date, but we can see straight away that this village does exist. We need to go all the way over to, where is it to? Let's put the quest on track, because at the moment it's not showing, that's why. Okay, let's go back to the map. Sorry about that. So we need to go over here. Now what the best way is, because we've now found these towns, rather than ambling all the way over other roads, we can go to the nearest town, which is Aratani, and then take the road across and get into where the abbot is. Now the abbot is in the temple, which is up over the hill, and there are bears near here, so you just have to be a bit wary when you do that. So let's head off. Because he's a refugee, but we will deal with him later. So here we are. We're coming up to the temple. And as you can see, there's the fast travel bell there. So literally once we finish what we're doing here, then we can actually fast travel back to our own village. So let's go and see the abbot. There he is on top of the platform. And he'll give us a story about how things came to be, and so we're now asking him to allow us to build a second settlement. Okay, so you can see now we've actually reached, we did 2 levels in one, so we got to level 13. Oh, no, sorry, my apologies. The next quest is level 13. Let's just open up the quests a minute. So yes, the next quest is level 13. Our actual, yes, it was only in 12. I was jumping the gun a bit there. Okay, So we, as far as that's concerned, we finished what we need to do here. So we're going to head back. If we look at our inventory, we now have a second alarm bell, which means we can now build a second village. So first we're going to do, we're going to head back to my village, and then we'll have a little think about where we need to go. So I shall see you guys in just a moment. Okay, so we're back in my village. Now we're back here and we're at level 12. I'm going to put in the forge into the smithing. Now this will help us then get our tools. So we need our hammer, and it's furniture buildings within the production. So we need the smithy, and as you can see, it's called a tatara. So it's a furnace rather than a forge. So we put that in there. I'm going to rotate it. Okay, and we'll finish it off. Probably a bit of lag in there for some reason, sorry about that. Okay, so to get steel, we need to put in iron ore and charcoal. So, put the hammer away. I'm going to have a look in our, it's a bit of a closed point, quite close working environment there. Right, so let's go to charcoal. Which we don't currently have. That's because we need to put that in there first. Okay, so to get charcoal, we need to use the kiln, so we need firewood, so let's put in some firewood. We've got quite a bit, so let's take out, say, 25 of them. Actually, let's take out 50. And let's put those into the... We don't do it one at a time by the look of it. But in the meantime, it is crafting the charcoal as we do it. It gives us 2 charcoals. It's going to be 50 charcoal when it comes out. Which is nice. So I'll let that kick on a bit for a little bit longer. We'll also need some iron ore, which is probably going to be in the general storage, I think. No, it's not in the general. Oh, it is. I've just seen it. There we go. There. So we take out some iron ore as well. Let's just take out 20 for argument's sake. Okay. And then we'll come out of here. Okay, so we need to add both. It says it needs to add 40 charcoal and 20 iron ore. So let's just wait for that to do. It may take a few minutes for that to happen. Not far away, but a bit. So in the meantime, I'm just going to come out of the room. And for some reason, I think it might be the snow effects that is causing a bit of the lagging, so my apologies again for that. And again, I'm really hopeful that when the new game actually comes out proper, that they will sort out things like this. I'm operating on a gaming laptop, which should, in most cases, run games at least a medium level. I'm on low level at the moment, and it's clearly having a few issues doing it. So apologies for the content. Hopefully it will sort itself out eventually. As long as the basic overview of what's happening is being shown, I hope you can kind of pick up from that. Not far away, so it shouldn't be too much longer. All being well. And then we can start the steel. Now once that's done, I'll start that steel going, and then we'll start looking for our new home. Now I went onto the map, and I also did some research online, and there's a suggestion that one of the good places to park in your village is here. This is all kind of beach, and it's all flat around this area. Now as you can see, we're close to Segi. So what we'll probably do is we'll fast track to Segi and then have a look around and plant the bell. And then once the bell is planted, we can then go backwards and forwards and see how we go from there. But let's just get back to the hut. So it's 5 more to go. What I might do is put another 25 in just to kind of have something in stock ready to go. 3 left. Okay, so I can retrieve what I've got, put in more firewood, as I said, another 25 in my pocket. So we're now able to add in the iron ore. So we've now got 20 of each. Now that'll run it for steel, and that'll take a little while to do. And I don't know how many it is per, it might be either 4 or 5 per iron ore per piece of steel. If it's 4, that gives us 5 pieces of steel. If it's 5, then that'll give us 4 pieces of steel. And given that we look at the quest, we need 5 steel pickaxes. I'm hoping it's the former, but we may have to put in more iron ore. Okay, so we'll let that play on. And let's see how we're doing with steel. So it's got 2 steel so far, so therefore it's used. So we can see what's going on here. So this is going to turn over in a minute. That would suggest it's 2 iron ore for 4 charcoal. It is. So we're going to get 10 steel out of it. So it's better than I thought. Better deal than I thought it was going to be. So that's good. So that probably means that we may be able to craft up those pickaxes on our own. In the meantime, what I want to look at is I'm going to look at the general storage. Let's go over here. We'll be out of the way of everybody else. And see how many iron shovels I've already got. Because if I've got enough iron shovels as well, then we may make a detour. Let's have a look. We've got 4 iron shovels at the moment, so we need probably 1 more. And that should happen overnight. So we should get them, because it's so many per day, so we should happen overnight. So we'll get that in the morning. And again, let's just see what time it is in the day. It's still a very, very dark afternoon. Okay. We're nearly at 5 steel. Let me take the 4 steel we've already got, and let's go and make the pickaxes. So steel pickaxes. Steel has to work steel. So we need 1 plank for each and 1 leather for each. So if I dig out another, so 5 leather and 5 plank. I'm hoping I've got the leather in there. If not, it's going to be a short trip. 5 plank I'll definitely be able to get out of that. Okay, let's go across to here. Probably don't have the leather, have I? No. Bit of a shame. So we will need to go to a trader to find leather. That will probably be a hunter of some sort. Okay, that's something that we'll look to do. In the meantime, let's take the last bit of steel I'm going to have. That's fine. Okay, so it's the next morning. It's still snowing, and I had a thought in the night about the leather required for the pickaxes. I remembered we need a tailor's workshop. So I've built the tailor workshop, and in it, one of the furniture you add at a certain level is the tanning vat, which is what we've got here. So it requires fur, bark, and water. So that's what we were doing overnight. So it started to generate leather for me. So I'm hoping, I haven't got enough, well, I didn't get the full amount of fur because it says 25 fur, but I think for what's required, I think it's one, it looks like it's one item per part. And then we'll see how it goes from there. Yeah, so it's basically 2 points, two parts water, 2 parts bark, and 1 part fur will give you leather. I only need 5, so I'll take a few minutes to do that, and then we'll come back and do these steel pickaxes. And then we can get that quest finished. Bits of leather to be done. Not far away now. Which I'll take the 3 we've already got. And I can start making up those pickaxes anyway. In fact, I put the steel away, didn't I? Yeah, that was silly. I'm going to need it for the pickaxes. Never mind. Okay. Pickaxes, steel pickaxe, craft more. So we'll get those 3 on the way. And I wonder whether or not the shovels have all been done. Let's have a look. We've got 8 shovels, so I can take 5 of those. I'll take 6 just in case. In fact, they are worth a bit of money as well. So we just need to get 2 more steel pickaxes, and then that's that quest done. Nearly there. Perfect. Okay, let's head off to the mining settlement. Let's go and find our friend Dawn, who's around the corner here somewhere. He's over here. He is. So he's given us some nice new clothes and also some armor, which is going to prove very useful. So let's have a look and see if we can attach that. So let's unequip that. Equip that. Oh no, unequip that. Equip that. That's what we need, that one. And also the helmet. Fantastic. Anything else we need while we're here? Don't think there is. Brilliant. That's perfect. So we now know, looking a little bit better now than we did before. So we'll head off now over to Segi. Before I do, just want to check there's no more of the quests that are left need to be done on this particular thing. No. So the only quest we have available left now is reaching level 13. Let's head over to Segi. And then what I'm going to do is, we're there. Let me get there. Fantastic, we're there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and find this location, and I shall meet you there. Okay, so here we are. We're at this location that's deemed to be one of the best in the game. And they're not kidding. Obviously it's winter, so it does show a little bit different. Let's just go to the map and take the marker off. No longer need that marker. You can see for yourself, it is very, very flat. In fact, there's both sides of this all along here. You can pretty much put a really nice village. I mean, there's a bandit camp over there, so you've got to be a bit careful in some respect. If you head along here, that obviously up there is all hilly, so buildings wouldn't be much cop up there. However, if you just look along here, you can see it's beach from the eyes to see. I would imagine when the winter's on, there will be plenty of seashells here. So I am going to park the village here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move a little bit inland on the grounds that, just trying to think, we need to be off the beach for the farm field. So let's see whereabouts we are at the moment. So this bit here is the beach, and obviously everything here is all greenery. This is the bit that I was just showing you where it's got the bandit camp. So again, it's a very nice spot as well. So there's two areas here we could utilise. In fact, we're quite close to both villages. So Segi's there, Aratani's there, so we're not far away in both cases. There's a lot more trees here than there is here. So again, this gives you your logs. So let's move in down a little bit. But I think this is absolutely ideal. Now, what we need to be obviously wary of, or aware of, is when you put your bell down. Is that another camp? Or is that a refugee? This could be our first villager. It's a refugee. Perfect. It's our first villager. And there's a lot of deer around here as well, which is also very good. Don't worry about that at the moment. But your alarm bell of influence stretches quite a way. So it's quite nice to have it in an area where you can plant a lot, you can construct a lot of buildings, etc. So I'm running around here trying to find the best location, because that looks all very nice over there. It's all very open, but I think that's all beach. So let's move in a bit here, and what we'll do is we'll actually put it near to where this refugee is. Let's put it here. There we go. Right, so we're going to have our inventory. In fact, no, you have to build it. My apologies. So, I believe it's into village. Bell tower. Done. Build. Okay. So we now got our new village founded. And we can now start putting things here. So the idea is to put your farming, new housing, maybe a couple of other buildings. I did put the tailor's workshop in the first one, but I might actually destroy that one and build it here. Although saying that, I've also put in the tanning hut as well, so probably not a good idea. Okay, so let's start building it, and let's see what we can do. Let's put in a house to begin with. I keep doing the same thing. Here we go. Let's build a house. There we go. Just put there. Now, because where we are now is a new location, I'm tempted to change the type. So let's, no, not the type. Let's change the material. Put color. Okay, there we go. And we'll need to do that all the way around because, oh no, it's already shown as conifer. That's brilliant. So it does the whole building. I thought we might have to do each window and wall. So again, I'm learning as much as what everybody else is learning. Right, let's put in a window. And let's put in the floor. Change type of bed. No, we haven't opened the next layer bed yet, so we'll just put a new bed in there. And we'll also put another one in here. So furniture, beds, and away we go, another one in there. And now we have that. So we're going to kind of see our friend here. So the same process as before, in a sense that you pick a building, but this time it's going to be in the second village, so this one here. So let's kind of put them in, and we want to assign a home in the new village. Okay, now he's working unemployed at the moment because I haven't actually done anything else. What we'll do is we'll probably put in the fishing hut for now. Because I'm not quite ready. Or do I have seeds? Probably not. Okay. Tell you what we'll do. I keep talking over the what's in my head. Let's make some rooms. I want to put in. I'll try and put in this. I think, again, I have not got this far, so again, I'm learning like everybody else is, on the job, as they say. I'm going to put in a shed, and then in the shed, I'm going to put in access to the resources. Now, I think this is where the similarity to medieval dynasty will come in the sense of that you will be able to have access to the one resource shed. The only problem is it doesn't expand your capacity. Right, so I'm going to put the shed in here. This is stacked resource containers. Right, now let's see if we are able to put in furniture into here as well. Does this answer my question? It has. So we do need to build separate storage units. So actually, I'm going to destroy that. So I don't need another point of a general storage when I don't actually have the access for it. And there we have our 4 storage buildings. Now we do have a gentleman here who's doing nothing, so what we'll also do while we're here is we'll put in a fishing hut. There we go, so we now have our fisherman's hut. Now ironically, we've just put someone in the house when they can actually be in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our dynasty screen. We're going to go to population, we're going to go to Miyachi. We're going to change his location to the fisherman's hut. And now we can assign him a job. we're going to get him to get as many seashells as he can. He needs a fishing net for fish. We do have, I believe, one in store. We do. There we go. However, let's take that down a little bit because it might. There we go. And seashells again. Perfect. So it saves us collecting the seashells. Okay. Now it's getting a tad dark over there. That's not a problem. We can head back to our home village in just a moment. What will happen is that we will destroy this tent, etc. in due course. And actually we might change the roof, modify the material for the roof. There we go, we've got a better roof now. So we've not only got a better house, we've now got a better roof. That's better. Okay, and looks like we've got an alert, so let's look on the alert screen. Wrong season, that's because of the grass, and that's fine, that'll just ignore it, you can ignore that. There's lots of things that haven't got workers at the moment, so again, we will get some villagers back at our home village and put them in place there, and so forth. So there'll be a lot of things to do, which I will do offline. See where you are. I'm going to name the village as well later. Health is one thing that we need to kind of get better at, in a sense that we will need medicines now. So it might be that I might have to go and, for the time being, buy some medicines just to keep the ball rolling until we actually do start generating them ourselves. So at that point, I shall end this video. Apologies for the early content in regard to the quality of the screen, and that was down to the snow. As you can see now, it's not snowing, and visually it's a lot better. It's not so pixelated as it was earlier. So again, it kind of, until the new game comes out properly, some of the content I may leave if the days are wet or snowing. But other than that, if you like what you're seeing, then please do click the like button and obviously subscribe. I look forward to any comments or suggestions you want to put, i.e. things you want to see that we've done already, or stuff that we've covered briefly and you want a bit more explanation to it. Other than that, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.